Black Friday numbers are coming in, and Business Insider reported that the Adobe Digital Economy Index, and that's the index that takes in 1,000 retailers and what is selling on Black Friday and upcoming Cyber Monday, is that the best-selling console is the Xbox Series S. Why? Sometimes it's easy to forget when you're circling the world in a cosmic ring of PC master race best friends trading graphics cards for full bitcoins. Many gamers just don't have near the amount of money that is needed to get exactly what they want, especially on a Black Friday. Also, before I continue, this video is made possible by Bacon Bits. Fuck, they're good. When looking at this index, it's easy to understand. The Xbox Series S has three major positives. The first is access. The Xbox Series S is actually in stores compared to the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Its availability means that many people who want next gen for reasons whatever they may be, or what I'll discuss in a moment, can jump in at a reduced price and actually see it on the store shelf to get it, or on the digital store shelf if they're going to Amazon or Best Buy. The second reason is, of course, Game Pass. I mean, come on, it's hard not to have this conversation at some point when little Jimmy's staying up late at night telling you he wants to play a ton of games, and you find out you can get a subscription service with a ton of games and also stream from the cloud to any of the consoles. It's one of the major successes for Microsoft. It can be experienced there on the S for cheaper, and you have titles like Forza and Microsoft Flight Sim, Halo Infinite coming up. Those are just a couple of the huge hitting titles that Microsoft has had this year or released very soon coming up. Additionally, with a number of third-party blockbusters as well as Microsoft's library and other older games all available, that Game Pass currently being offered at that price, the idea of leaping in to test the waters is far less of an income hit when you combine it with the lower cost of the Series S. And that's what I want to talk about last, and I put it last for a reason. Its price. While you could say this is the first reason, it also runs into the availability situation, where if someone wanted to buy the X or the PlayStation 5 but couldn't get it, and even though they had the money, looking at the S and seeing that offerings and the price, that price point of the S actually becomes more of a let's just do it kind of factor than it does with pretty much anything else on the market. Even if, let's say, you decided to take that money and upgrade your video card, you may already have a video card that at current today's prices is better than what you can get for the same amount of money. Now, one other honorable mention here is the Series S has been performing relatively well for its price and its offering technically, especially against the more proficient and advanced X and PS5 in games. Yes, it's got lower FPS, though sometimes even that's not true depending on what settings it's got, or lower resolution, which is more true, assuredly. Gamers can still get faster loading, the new offerings, and even if the system's hard drive isn't huge, well, you could always go with cloud streaming if you didn't know how to do that on the PC or didn't have one readily available to you at all times. Remember that Phil Spencer last year said that Microsoft's expectation was that price would end up resulting in the Series S selling more than the X. And as the pandemic continues, as prices continue to matter, and as availability continues to be restricted for so many devices, it's starting to make sense why a lot of people are jumping in. Also, the game system is just one of a couple different areas that these upgrades occur. The other is your display. A lot of people want to upgrade their TVs to 4K. Remember that a lot of people still aren't using 4K TVs. TVs, resolution, features. The expense there may cause someone to look at a Series S and say, you know what, I'll get that and keep my TV and wait till next year, especially as TVs can be quite cumbersome technically for a lot of different people, or they may already have a TV that they think is pretty good. This is what's happening during this Christmas. The idea here is that a lot of people are able to jump in due to the caveats that actually exist for the other systems, which is that the higher price and the idea that these are on the store shelves. If you can't grab the damn thing, it doesn't matter how much you want it. Now, normally I don't report on what's selling good during Black Friday because, well, I really don't give a shit overall. And Cyber Monday is just as useless. The reason why I bring it up this year is because, frankly, it's been a shit year for a lot of gamers out there. They've had a hard time. A lot of people don't have jobs. They don't have the money. They don't have the income when it comes to just being able to spend. Even if they do have the money in the savings, they're holding on to it. Gaming is awesome. It's friggin' amazing. The idea of having a PC and being able to play Steam and Epic Games, all these free games on the various different services and platforms. I'm, by the way, not saying that Epic as a storefront is amazing. I'm just saying sometimes they give away free games. You have Game Pass, you have PS Plus, you have everything on Xbox. Hell, even Nintendo occasionally does something good. The idea here is that gaming is fantastic. And I know a lot of people won't get to this spot. They'll be downvoting the video going, why is Karak talking about sales? That's because it is interesting to me, and I do want to see success. The same success that we see here now is something that I believe will bring competition later for our dollar, and that competition is good. The games are good. People are able to then enjoy them on whatever platform they want to play on. And to me, the more people in here, the more people buying, the more people playing, just means, hey, if I want to play an older multiplayer game, maybe there's a higher chance of somebody still sitting around playing it, unless it's an EA game or something like that. Anyway, that's it for me. Something selling well, which is pretty rare in this day and age when we start looking at this and a lot of us can't get what we want to get. The idea that some people are this Thanksgiving is pretty cool. Peace out.